What's going on? What's going on? It's Kel James. My first ever episode of my show, the Young OG Podcast. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this kind of a bittersweet moment because, yeah, it's my first episode, but it's kind of bitter because the last time I sat in this seat, my homie Boss Chav was interviewing me, man, and he passed away last year. So I kind of want to he passed away earlier this year, like New Year's around that time. So I want to, man, I miss you down here, man. We all miss you. Okay, so I got a special guest in the building. I got none other than Stardom.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Stardom, aka Stardom Shine, BKA Sweet Stardom. First of all, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
This is big.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And you know what? You were on my show last year, so now I gotta switch it back and flip it, right?
Yeah, we did double back.
Yes, I'm feeling good.
Man, that's great. So, let me tell y'all a little something about Stardom. Real fast. So, last year, man, she was the it girl, man. She was verified across multiple platforms. Everybody was knocking down Stardom's door like, let me in. Everybody was buying into what you was selling.
Yes.
But man, you know, she pulled a Dave Chappelle on us, man.
I really did.
At the height of it all, she walked away.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I really didn't want to go to Arizona.
Man, we got a deep dive into
okay.
Cause man, like what I'm saying, like it was so fast. It was so fast, man. What happened? Like what?
Okay, so pretty much, I just want to apologize to all my supporters out there. I pulled a fast one. A lot of people feel like I cheated on them personally. I am so sorry, babe. I'm here. I'm back now. Love me. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to start by saying, first of all, mental health means everything,
yeah,
you know?
It really
and
does.
I feel like sometimes when you rise so much to the top, that comes with a lot of negativity too.
Yeah.
I feel like my life was a hood shade room to the point where, you know, I was going through a lot. I was going through a divorce and this and that and the third, my business. I just feel like a lot of people was in my business about my business, and I just needed a mental health break for real. I've been having a lot of people actually ask me about that, but you know, I had to save it for you. I'm like, no, I cannot tell y'all.
I got the scoop.
I got an NDA till I get here.
I got the scoop, y'all.
Yeah, so I just pretty much went on a hiatus. I had a long talk with God. And I just felt like he was telling me to be still during this time, and what's meant for me will be for me when I return. So
most definitely, yeah. You can't stop God's plan. You can't. So my next question. So like, okay, I understand. You know,
he said that's not enough.
I'm saying I know that you know what I'm saying. You went closed off. You talked to God. What were those conversations with God like?
I was like, God, okay, first of all, let me just start here.
Like, how deep man?
It went deep. It went deep, man. All right, so when I deleted all of my social media platforms, I was about 30K on Instagram. Like, I was sending messages to the point where Glorilla was reading it. Like, it was up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was 30K on Instagram. I was about maybe 15K on Facebook. TikTok, everything was monetized. Every single platform I was on was monetized. And I felt like God was just saying, be still, Star. Like, just get rid of everything. Clear your mind first, because right now you're not in a space to fake it. One thing I can't do is fake my emotions. You know what I mean? If I'm going through something, I want my privacy. And with me being in the position that I was, I felt like a lot of people wouldn't give me that privacy. I could be going through the darkest of dark. Hey, sis, so when you gonna do my interview? Can you do this and that still though? And I'm like, hey, I'm putting it on pause.
Yeah, I get that. I relate to that so heavily. Like everybody is so used to you providing a service.
Yes.
Everybody wants you to be Superman at all times. Like, but sometimes I don't want to be Superman. Sometimes I just want to take out this cape and just be me.
Be a regular person.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. But the problem is, man, like a lot of people don't really, they don't have that wherewithal to be like, let me check on y'all real, because I know y'all provide. Like, everybody is so used to you doing and doing and doing. Nobody really wants to check in. You know what I mean? And that mental health piece is a lot. Like, us as creatives, we go through some of the darkest times.
Yeah, I had to go deep into it. I did. Well, I was never bad at it, but just being in the light, you know, you get invited to these parties and this and that. I did no more partying. Everybody was trying to get me outside like, Star, I got you. It's gonna be okay. That's not my way to heal, baby.
Yeah,
I did no more partying.
Sure. Yeah.
I did no more smoking, no more drinking. Cold turkey. Like, I haven't had any of that stuff or been to a party since last year.
Okay, so I got a question about that.
Go ahead.
I hear a lot of people talk about going on cleanses and things like that. Is it true that when you cleanse like that, God speaks clearer and everything pretty much it's like a magnet to you?
I felt like my intuition got very strong during my hiatus. Just me cleansing my whole Monty. I'm thinking of my son. Shout out to my babies, Amani and Marche. Cleansing my whole body, my spirit, my mind, my soul, just everything. I had to really sit down and have that talk with God. And I felt like my intuition got stronger by doing cold turkey. I realized who was there for me and who fell off quick.
Most definitely. And okay, so with you quitting everything cold turkey, like what does that healing process look like? Because I know, like, when you quit things cold turkey, it's like temptation begin you.
Yeah.
And it's like, man. And in the back of your mind, it's like, I know this not healthy. I want to do it so bad. And you just fight them urges. Yeah. Like, what is that like? Like, you had that battle within.
Can I just be real with you? I feel like there's nothing stronger than you going through that cleanse. And not only are you single, but you're a single parent as well, who homeschooling. So here I am in the house with these kids all day. And it's like, I have no adulting. Like, when I say I cut everybody out, it wasn't no side friends I was talking to. Even them, I'm like, I love you guys, but give me a break. Those people I knew where I was coming back to. But right now, I just really needed to focus on me and my kids. So the first few months, it was hard.
I'm sure.
Look, I'm doing the Monique hands. The first few months, look, it was hard. But I just stayed dedicated in my walk, and it became easier and easier. And that struggle kind of turned into peace. At first, it was just like a motivation thing. You know how people say, I want to fast for so many days, or I want to do exercises for so many days. First, it was like a challenge. And then it just turned into my life.
So during that process, was it a feeling of anger?
It wasn't anger.
Or resentment, maybe.
Maybe, okay. I will say it was resentment. At first, I was just like, Stardom, what the hell did you just do? You really deleted all these social media platforms, girl? Like, what is going on? When you come back, because I always knew I was going to come back. That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
When I come back, I just felt like it was going to be so hard for people to find me. How am I going to build up all of these followers and supporters? Like, what was I entirely thinking? But I'm not going to lie. I have been back on social media for 2 weeks now, and I'm at 2K on Facebook, and I have sent out only about 10 to 15 friend requests, then I left it alone. I'm like, I'm going to let everybody else find me.
Yeah, they got to find me.
So that's a blessing. Because I'm like, I want who's for me on this page to be for me, and seriously, like, my content. And I even changed up my content. I start to do puppet shows. I start to do kids story time. Like, I just switched up.
I peeped you did a motivational joint too.
Yep, more motivational things, comedy.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to try my hand at this year, comedy. I want to try to get on stage. But yeah, so during that process, like what made you decide, okay, I'm gonna change up the whole format and change up the content?
I just wanted to change up my niche because I feel like I have so many inner gifts, and I felt like before I had to fit inside of a certain image, kind of like the sexy vibe, and I didn't want to do too much because I wanted to kind of blend in and use, you know, some form of attraction to get people to like me more. But now I'm just me.
I mean, but it's like so as far as niche goes, like, you had something that worked.
Yeah.
But the thing, so basically, you had something that worked, but you felt like it was ingenuine to you.
Yeah, I felt like it wasn't fully authentic. I felt like I still had to play the cool person, you know? And that's something that I even struggled with growing up. Like, shout out to all my females who feel this way. You feel like you want to blend in and you want guys to like you. You know, I'm talking about specifically men. You want people to like you. You want to fit in with the other girls. But at the same time, you feel like it's something in you. Maybe you're a tomboy at heart. Maybe you goofy on the low. And you just want to be yourself, and whoever's for you is gonna feel that.
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta understand though, you're not gonna shine being a chameleon.
Exactly.
I had to learn that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, but I've been seeing what you got going on. So, you gonna get back to interviewing or?
Everybody has been asking me. I am going to get back to interviewing. Like we just talked about earlier, I felt like at one point it was really draining. Like people, this is real. People used to hit me up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning trying to have them Facebook calls, you know, them calls going through. Like, Star, I didn't hit you up since last week. I can't always get to my DM, but I will hit you back. I promise you. So I think for that, God is saying, let me just take a little bit more time, because the last thing I want is a relapse. I shut this thing down again. And y'all looking like, Star, what is going on? So I feel like this time I have to move on my own pace, and when I'm ready, it'll come.
Yeah. So I know that you dibble and dabble in music too. So what's going on with that? You got a song for us coming?
Yes.
You gonna get in the stew? Like, what's up?
Yes. I'm definitely gonna get in the stew. I'm tapping into my R&B side for right now. Like
R&B?
I do rap and I do R&B, but I feel like this is cuffing season. This is the season for cuffing.
Are you gonna give in, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna fold.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I'm just I'm glad to have you back, man.
Yeah.
Just in the space. I felt like
let's shake hands on camera.
For sure. But nah, I just felt like I felt like the and this is not a shot to anybody. I'm just saying right now I just felt like it's stale. The music space right now is stale in Chicago. And
bro, you saw me. I was gonna take these headphones off. Like, what? I'm still.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying, like, I don't know, like, it's just getting to the point where when we refresh the timeline, we seeing the same people doing the same thing. Ain't nobody changing up no formats. So when I seen you come back, it was very refreshing. I'm like, this ain't like nothing on the timeline. I'm gonna get this a moment of my time because it's different.
Yes.
But it get to a point where people be feeling away like, oh, you're not supporting, you're not sharing. It's like, no, I'm not, because you're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. And it's like, what am I going to gain from, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even from a me gaining anything. It's just, if I share your thing, it's 3 other people that do the same thing that's going to be mad at me. Like, why you ain't share them, but you can share me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I just learned throughout time, and this is especially with me coming back on, I'm not even gonna let it hit me. Like, I'm not gonna let the likes get to me. I'm not gonna let if somebody comment or not get to me. I'm not gonna if somebody share my stuff or not get to me. I'm literally just doing it for me. If you look on my page right now, and while you guys are watching this, I want you to look on my page at Stardom Shine. You look on my Facebook, whatever, you just gonna only see me, bro. Like, that is all on my page, only me. I spend the majority of my time whenever I'm on social media watching and looking at my own stuff. Like, I feel like I influence to the point where sometimes I need to, re-roll back and look at my own messages. Sometimes I need it.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you'll make a message, you don't even know who is helping. Or you may put something out there today, and maybe 3 months later, somebody will hit you up like, man, that video that you put out 3 months ago really saved my life. Like, things like that. But I mean, so as far as you only watching your own stuff, like, so you don't watch no other content, you don't try to get influenced by anything, no ideas from...
I am heavy. I'm trying not to get too much into the Facebook world anymore. Facebook is addictive to the point where I used to catch myself up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. First thing I do is get on my phone scrolling. And everybody else up too. Who up? Can't sleep. Y'all getting this money? And it's just like, I don't want to be consumed with that no more.
And it's like, man, like, don't get me wrong. Like, even if you want social media and you grinding, man, that 2-3 in the morning, I get it. You want that money, but dog, your mind need rest, man. Get your body rest before your body decide to rest for you.
But you know what I love? During my hiatus, I have been on one platform. I don't really consider it social media, but it has been YouTube. So I've been on YouTube heavy. You can find my YouTubes at Sweet Stardom. And I just been vlogging a lot of my life, y'all. Like, I just feel like it's real, it's authentic. And people on YouTube don't really have nothing to prove. You could be grocery shopping, sitting up here vlogging or talking about a day in your life. But I feel like Facebook highlights the best aspects of some people.
That's literally what social media is. It's just a highlight reel. Just like Instagram, IG, instant gratification. People always always posting their highlights. That's why it was a couple months ago I made a post. I was like, I'm always posting my successes. Let me post a failure. And I posted a failure. I was supposed to be in Atlanta at Stank On Your Studios with Big Boy from Outkast, but things happened.
Right.
And then I ended up posting that. I'm like, look, I missed the opportunity. But people need to hear those stories. People need to understand that the journey is not always sweet. And that's what made me want to really get you on the pod, because like I said, you was at the height of it all and you Dave Chappelle'd us. But it's like, but in talking to you and understanding what it is, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to get away, get that break.
Yeah.
And a lot of people need to understand that, yeah, like we do provide a service, but we are also people as well. We parents, we some of everything. You know what I'm saying? And that mental health aspect, man, a lot of people don't take into account that.
Yeah.
Just like me, like, I hate it. Like, everybody always hit me up for my services. Like, don't nobody ask if I'm good. Everybody always asking.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, just let me get this, do this, do that. And it's like, bro. So a lot of times I want to be like, no.
Right, no, I cannot do it. At my height point that really made me quit, it was like the last message I received, to the point where I'm like, I'm done with social media. Let me delete all this. I'm not going to look back. I'm not going to regret it. Besides me having talks with God, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but I had lost my child earlier this year.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I lost one of my children, and I posted it to Facebook. It was a very private moment in my life, but I was just so everywhere, and I kind of just want to support and people to understand what was going on with me. And I still had people in my DM asking for interviews, like, sorry for your loss. Are we still on for such and such? And it was just
that's what I mean. That is a problem. Like, you going through, and it like, you lost a child.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't even. My heart goes out to you. I couldn't imagine losing one of mine. I couldn't.
Some people don't shake back from that. And honestly, God, I didn't even know if I was going to come back on. I had it in my heart to come back on when I was ready, but it could have went either way.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to, like, lose a family member. Like, you could grieve and you can heal, but you losing an extension of yourself.
Yeah,
like,
I lost a piece of me.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I appreciate the growth and the bounce back from that.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of people don't bounce back from that. I done seen it. I done seen people literally clock out on life.
Yeah.
So you being here is a blessing.
Yeah.
So what is next for Stardom?
Okay, so I have been getting on my vlogging tip real bad. Like I said, I already started on YouTube, and I kind of want to continue that. I'm noticing a huge difference in my YouTube. Yeah. I'm in the thousands with some followers on there, and I have real engagement. People who, not trying to be nosy, they don't know me from a can of paint personally.
Yeah.
But they just love my content. Like, I'm not going to bump into these people on the street, more likely, but it's just they there for me. I have people who are waiting on my videos, even if I'm just sitting on the couch recording, like, hey y'all, what's up? Just had a grilled cheese sandwich. Like, it's just authentic. And
that's what I learned. So a lot of the times, like, the real engagement and the real support doesn't come from the highlight reels that you post. A lot of people just, if people like you, you can make some money. Yeah. If you are just being a likable person, you don't even have to be the best in your field.
Yeah.
But if you're likable or relatable, people gonna love you.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also important to control your narrative. That's why I'm glad you went away.
Yeah.
So when you go away,
thank you.
And ain't no narrative. You go away, ain't no narrative for nobody to create.
Yes, you know what? And
now that you bounce back, you can create your own. You can create a new one.
Yes, and I love the fact that, first of all, thank you so much for saying that. You are glad that I took that time for me, because a lot of people didn't understand it. Like, Star, this is the point where you're supposed to grind the most. You're supposed to show everybody. It's not about making moves.
It's not about that.
I hate that.
It's not always about that. Like, I mean, granted, put your best foot forward. If you can make the move, make the move. But don't. A lot of people, and that's the thing. A lot of people want to force it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are fronting. Literally, you could be passing me a Subway sandwich. I could just come up here real quick. Here I go, run to the studio, take a quick picture up at the stool, and that's not the situation. And people get so locked into a false narrative that they fake it. That's the reality. It's scary.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of people, man, they get on social media, they portray these images, and then they portray the image for so long, they convince themselves that it's like, this is that, and it's like, it's not. Like, I done been around, not to toot my own horn, but everybody know, I've been around countless celebrities, but these folks but nah, like, these folks is regular people. And what I learned is, a lot of people always ask me, like, how do I keep the relationship with these people? And the answer to that is, be genuine.
Yeah.
These famous, they got people in their face telling them yes every single day. Yeah. And here come Kel. Nah, I don't think. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people like that about me. That I'm not fanning out for nobody. You just a regular nigga with money. Yep.
Like, yeah. That's the difference between a fan and a supporter.
Yeah, you was a regular nigga with money. And if I can help, I will help. But I'm not finna just do anything just because of who you are. Right. You have to show me.
Yeah, I feel like my biggest celebrities coming across, they're the ones who reached out to me. Like, I had someone from the Bad Girls Club reach out for me for an interview. Goldie from Flavor of Love, and she was so genuine, and she was coming out of Target. Like, she was just so real and raw with her interview, and I just love to see it. They're everyday people. I don't get why people fan out.
Bro, like, and I don't. Me personally, I don't understand either. I think it's, you know what I think? I think it's projecting. Yeah. Like, a lot of people, they wish that they could be in that position, so they see the person that they idolize as them. And then, I feel like it's some type of complex. Me personally, I think it's weird, but it's whatever. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
And I never want anyone to feel that way about me. I want to feel like, I don't even consider myself popular. I'm just me. Yeah, I'm legit just me. I don't even want to be put inside of a category. I just want to be myself, and I want whoever is for me to be for me. That's it.
Yeah, most definitely. I got a couple more questions.
Here we go.
I got a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna let you go. So, my first question. How do you feel about the state of Chicago hip hop? Like, what, like the music scene in Chicago? What do you think?
To be honest, I rock with Chicago, but I'm not super familiar with Chicago for me to speak on specific artists.
No, I don't mean like speak on specific artists. I'm just saying what is your take on it? Like, from the DJs to the promoters, like, do you think that the culture is fair? Do you think that everybody is included the right way?
I think so, yes. The only thing I will say, I wish when it comes to violence, everybody can just come together. I don't know if you know this, but I was in a situation last year. I went to a class reunion. It was a 2012 class reunion. So I went up there and I was supposed to host, and it was inside of a church. And they started shooting.
They got it in at the church?
Yeah, at the church. People hiding under the tables. I'm watching people get shot right in front of me. They're dropping. Police coming. And it was just scary. And it's like, this is the time we were supposed to come together and just have fun. Yeah. Like, so with Chicago, I feel like we really need to put the guns down. But as far as music, it's dope.
I mean, yeah.
It's very talented people.
You know what? I agree. I feel like the biggest problem is... granted, the music is dope, but it's not a lot of unity here.
Right, exactly.
And I feel like if people would just understand that the only color that matters is green, we'd be all right. There we go. So what? I can't make money with this person because they from the other side, and I don't like the politics of it either. Like, the music is dope. It's what's behind the music that I don't like. Like, for example, like with me being an engineer and I flick up with people, I may take a picture with an artist, and now this person artist into it with people, and now they feel like they got to do that to me. Ooh, and it's like, bro, I'm just an engineer.
And that's why
I don't really know him for real.
Exactly.
I don't really know bro for real. Yeah. I'm just taking this picture because this was a dope opportunity. Yeah. Bro put his faith in me to do this real quick, so I'm gonna flick up with this artist.
Yeah. I mean, that's on the interview side. You interview somebody, and if y'all click too well, they feel like y'all
you playing sides. Yeah,
right.
Like, you playing sides. Like, nah, and I feel like, like, just the politics of it all, and like, but other than that, the music is dope. I feel like the music is really fresh right now. Like, it's so many artists right now that's really dope. I would name, but I would be on this podcast all
forever. I want to also shout out the 219. Like, it's some of my real people is coming
for sure.
up.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. That Northwest Indiana crew. Yeah, for sure. The 219, everybody from GI, like, yeah, for sure.
And it's crazy. The crazy part is a lot of us grew up from years ago. Like, we all started out pretty much backstage on Gary, like performing, open mics. And now a lot of us are on different, like, real FM radio stations doing interviews and hosting and stuff. And it's just beautiful to see.
Yeah, it really is, man. And I really like the fact that the 219 in Chicago, it's no exclusivity. Like, don't nobody really talk, oh, you from Gary. Like, it's none of that. Like, in the space, like, you in the space, you in the space. Everybody respect each other that type of a way. And I like that. Yeah, I like that. I really appreciate that.
I also want to give a shout out. I am starting a pod. It's not my specific pod, but I'm on a joint pod, like a ladies' night. We got Shade on there. We got Ovita on there. Yeah, we got Kiwi Marie. Yeah,
okay. I've met her a few times. Yeah.
They are such lovely.
Yeah, and I know Shade, of course. Yeah.
And then Kiwi.
It's gonna be lit. Yeah.
You put that line up in the room.
Yeah, that's a dope
Our first airing is tomorrow, so I am really excited about that. So it's gonna be dope.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta tune in. You gotta tune in.
I will.
That lineup is fire. You gotta send me that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 2 more questions.
Okay.
Okay. So question 1. During your hiatus, when you were on yourself, it ain't nothing crazy. It ain't nothing.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
What was one of your darkest days? What did your darkest day look like?
Oh, Jesus. Ooh,
and how did you get through this darkest day?
One of my darkest days is I also have a history of endometriosis. So I am officially now an endometriosis survivor. So I just want to give myself a clap for that.
But I don't know what that means.
So with breast cancer, their ribbon is pink. And with endometriosis, our ribbon is yellow. Okay. And it's pretty much we have a lot built up in our immune system in our body, and we have to get everything taken away. We form really large cysts. I had one before the size of a chocolate golf ball, so a chocolate covered golf ball. So you go through a lot of surgery. I didn't have maybe about 6 or several surgeries from this condition ever since I was 18. So I had to get a surgery, and I got 2 more surgeries along with it that day, which I was not expecting to go in for all that, but that was one of my darkest days. I was not on social media, and I just felt like, oh my God, how am I gonna get through this without having support, without talking to anybody about it? Like, when I say I was really, if you watch Green Arrow and he was on that that little mount thing by himself, I was really by myself just trying to figure out life, and I went through some hard moments trying to figure that out.
But how do you get through that though?
Praying. I prayed, and I feel like with me being a mother, my children made me stronger. Like, just seeing their faces every day, I knew I had to be strong for them. I knew I couldn't just sit down and cry. I would cry probably when I'm in the car in the shower, but not in front of my kids.
I understand that wholeheartedly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna let you go on and enjoy your day.
Okay.
So, with your podcast, with the new podcast that you finna do with Shade and Ovita, what is that like? What type? Who are y'all interviewing? Y'all got guests coming? Or?
Yes, we do have an artist of the month who is Rajanae. You might know her as Bubbles or Rajanae.
Yeah. Okay.
Dump it. Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my baby. So we do have her. We have 3 other guests that's coming on that's going to be interviewed, and we're just having it like panel style. Everybody's going to be sitting around the table, positive energy, the ladies, and we're going to talk about everything from music, the Drake and J. Cole song, the video that just dropped. First of all, those visuals were crazy. I don't know if you just seen it.
I did, and I also want to say J. Cole is my favorite rapper.
There we go. Okay, we on the same team. Look.
J. Cole is my favorite rapper. That man can do no wrong to me. But
period. Yeah. So we're going to be talking around anything from entertainment to just women empowerment in general to topics, it's going to be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more.
Go ahead.
I lied. I do got one more.
Okay.
Since you said the J. Cole thing, that just made me think of another question.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is a lyricist to you? Well, not just a lyricist, but what do you think are great qualities of an artist? Especially since you used to interview him.
Right, and I am an artist. What is that dude who you might or might not know his name, but he sings that song Caroline. Caroline. Don't you?
Yeah,
oh my God. He is one of my favorites. Like, I just love his music. I would go to YouTube and listen to him. I don't even do it as far as like the likes or, you know, the attention from it.
My favorite song by him is Reeling In.
You know, hey, we here.
Yeah.
I just love an artist for their authenticity. People who speak real stuff. They tell stories with their music. I absolutely love it. I can picture their whole music video in my head just by listening to their lyrics. I love stuff like that. I love like a real conscious rap or a real story time telling rap as opposed to just trying to make something to match the beat with a catchy hook.
But it's like, okay, but do you ever feel like, has there ever been an artist that made you feel like they were talking down to you or preaching to you, like too much?
Yeah. Without getting canceled, because I just came back, wow. I want to say it comes from a female aspect. A lot of these females, you know, they hot outside and they try to make me feel as a woman like I'm soft, like, hey, boss up, F these dudes, like, do this and that.
Look, and I'll be the first to say, that's not the majority.
Yep.
That's what's promoted, yeah, but that's not the majority.
Yep.
Social media got these folks' brain over-fried, down to the side.
Yep.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of talking about the same conversations. I'm talking about hip hop is dead. I'm tired of hearing about it. If you want hip hop to revive so bad, like you say, do the work.
Do something.
Do something about it. Y'all tired of Ice Spice. Y'all tired of Sexy Red. Y'all tired. Y'all say y'all tired on the timeline. That's all I see. I'm tired. Who's doing anything about it? Why can they still go sell out venues?
Yep, that's true.
Because y'all just talking. Y'all not going to do nothing about it. If we actually put our foot down and say, look, man, we need to go back to how it was, it'll go back to how it was. Like, you see, hip-hop is really on a decline, man. Like, we went a whole year without a lot of number ones.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably the first year in a while. But the quality of music is down. Did you hear Andre's 3000's interview? He just felt like it's nothing for him to really talk about nowadays. That's cap. Okay, how you feel? Look, I got a question for you. How you feel about that? That's cap. And why is that cap? I feel like 3 Stacks bullshit. And the reason why, and that's my that's my first curse word this whole show. Right. I feel like 3 Stacks bullshit. And the reason why I feel like that is because, bro, if you could get on the track and rap with Future and Killer Mike at the age you is now, because you own a Grammy-nominated album this year, sir. What is we talking about? Right. I don't know. I don't feel like it's nothing for me to rap. Yeah, stop. You just don't want to drop a solo, gang, and it's okay. Just say that. Just say, I don't want to drop no solo. And we'll let you live. He said time changed. But that, dog, we don't want no flute album, boy. That's what he finna do. You one of the greatest lyricists of all time, and you try to get on here and play the fucking flute. Yeah, that's what he finna do. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. But still, I want to hear bars from you, bro. That part. Do you feel like hip-hop has changed in a major way? Like, is it really drastic? Yes. Yes. And when I say drastic, I mean, whew. And just like, okay, to put things into perspective, how can I word it the right way? So, I say from about 2018 to maybe now, it's been like a really drastic shift. And that's like, what, 5 years ago? Yeah, within the last 5 years, it's been such a... But the problem is, once again, social media. Social media, you get us again. Yeah. I feel like it hit during COVID. During COVID, social media took a huge spike. COVID, man, COVID messed up the music industry. It did. It did. Like with all I gotta do is come up with a 15-second sound on TikTok, make it go viral. I can get a record deal. Yes. Like, I'm tired. Like, what is dude's name? Steve Lacy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Habits. The dude that made Bad Habits, right? It was a TikTok where he went and did a show, and the audience only knew the TikTok part. They only knew the hook.
Yeah.
Once his verses started, crowd is quiet. And he got pissed off and threw the mic into the crowd and walked off. Like,
oh, wow. Now, see, I didn't know that.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's literally what music is.
Yeah. I mean, people getting the deals now. The period, oh, girl. People are getting deals now. And sometimes, you know, real lyricists will look at it like a slap in the face. But, hey, that's just what social media is nowadays. Like.
Yeah. Social media has really, man, just... It not only has it changed music, but it's changed how we consume content as a whole. Our attention spans are so short, man. It's crazy. So if I can get my point off in 15 to 30 seconds.
So what do you feel like makes your music so different from the way music is today?
Look, we
finna flip the role.
Look at that, she interviewing me now. Nah, what make my music different is my music comes from a genuine and authentic place. It comes from my heart. I can't fake it. I don't cap in no raps. I don't get on there claiming no blocks. None of that. I'm giving you the real as I see it. Yeah. And if you don't like it, find an artist that you do. I'm not conforming to nothing. Like, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
Right, right.
And that's another thing. A lot of artists be trying to be something they not. Trying to formulate into a damn... No. Like, excuse my French. Fuck these people, bro. Like, real talk. Fuck these people. Do what make you happy. Because at the end of the day, bro, them people that you trying to impress, them niggas not going to be there. Yeah. They're not going to be there, bro.
And even if you do make it, you're not going to be happy trying to keep up with a certain image. Like, that gets stressful.
You're going to get miserable, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's not you.
It's not you.
It's not you. So you got every time you step out into the world, you got to be something you're not. It's going to be draining, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I went deep with this. I'm like, look, when I went back on Facebook, I warned people in advance. I'm like, some days y'all might see me on here, hair, makeup. Some days y'all might see me on here natural. For real. Like, I have went live and I'm natural before my little Afro puff. Like, I really, and not saying that I don't care about myself. I don't care about other people's opinions of me. It does not matter.
And I think not even just music. I think the entertainment space as a whole would be better if people would just be they damn self. Like, yes. Jesus Christ, bro. Stop trying to fit into these boxes. Stop trying to do what the young kids is doing. Stop, man. Stop. Just be you.
You know how I tell whether a person is fake or not?
Yeah.
When I listen to their lingo and they sound like everybody else. Seriously. It's certain words and certain phrases, and it has nothing to do about where you come from. But you know what I'm talking about. If I talk to a dude and he say period, I'm done talking. I'm done talking. Like, this is not you, sir.
We not finna get into that.
Okay.
But just like I don't know, like just all of the, or even the kids that's not street, and like, cause I see it a lot, like with me working in the studio and recording these kids, these teenagers. Like, there was one particular moment where I had to really, like, check reality. I was recording a group of teenagers. And when I say teenagers, I don't mean, like, 16, 17. I mean, like, these kids is, like, freshmen, sophomore. They may be 14, 15 years old. I'm recording, and all I see is, I just see the green bean. And in my head, I'm like, y'all kids, this must be a laser pointer.
Right.
Y'all kids, this must be a laser pointer, right? But no. I turn around, and all three of the teenagers, man, they just waving the guns. They just doing this to the music, waving the guns, trying to be gangster. And I asked them, I said, have y'all even had a real girlfriend yet?
Right.
Y'all ain't even been to prom. Y'all ain't even been to a high school homecoming. Like, and not even to be funny, but y'all should be focused on girls and athletics. Yeah. Y'all are kids, man. Like, why is you in the studio with this green bean? Do your mama know you got this green bean? Did your mama book this session or did you? And what, even they booking the sessions with the fake numbers. Yeah. identity theft. Like, these kids is different, man. Or just like the kids going to school with all this Dior and all it, like,
oh my God. Look, prom like, be costing more than rent nowadays because, baby, this is crazy.
Like, I don't know, man. That's a deep dive.
Was your prom like that?
I ain't go
pulling
to prom.
up in Lambos and stuff. Was they like that back? No.
I ain't go to prom, so I wouldn't know. But
during my prom, they wasn't like that.
Cause I'm 2014, so you only got what, 2 years on me?
I'm 2012.
Yeah, you only got 2 years on me. But I ain't go to prom, so I don't know. Yeah. What they did is what they did. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just felt like the world is just in a miscommunicative space from the elderly to us to the kids. It's just all a disconnect. And once we figure out what that disconnect is, man, the world will be a better place, entertainment will be a better place, and
I feel like there's not enough focus. Everybody is about getting put on and quick.
You know what, man? I made a post about that a couple weeks ago. I was talking about paying dues and the importance of paying dues. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, yeah, I'm in Envion, I'm doing my thing, but when I first started here, a lot of people don't know, I worked almost 2 months with no pay.
Right.
A lot of people ain't trying to do that.
Right.
Or even before I got here, I've been mixing music since I was 13. My mom was cool enough to let me have a studio in the basement. So I had everybody come to my house and record.
Yeah.
But it's paying dues. Like, you know how many sessions I recorded before I collected my first $1?
Yeah. I worked a long time before getting paid. Like, it's real.
Like, it's paying.
You gotta have a passion for it.
Yeah, like, or I'm using my last little money because when I was a teenager, my grandmother used to give me money every month. I'm using that money. I'm getting on buses going to the studio.
Yep.
Because rest in peace, S. Dot, man. My first engineer ever. His name was S. Dot. He had a studio on 81st and Western, Sound Perfection Studios, and I used to just take buses. I ain't had no car. Take bus. Wintertime, it's snowing. Cause you know the bus, 81st and Western, the bus take you to 79th, and you gotta walk.
Right.
You gotta walk them little 2-3 blocks.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I'm like, but yeah, I'm dead winter blizzard. Or me and my homie Lavelle back in high school. Everybody know this story. If you went to high school with me, you know. I'm in River Oaks selling CDs.
That was you.
I ain't had no car. Like if you know, like the people that know me, y'all know where my mama stayed, and y'all know how far that is from River Oaks.
Right.
Dog, we trucking it, boots, snow.
I probably definitely ran into you at River Oaks, seriously.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the art of paying dues is so lost, and I feel like that aspect is so important because when you pay your dues, you learn.
Yes.
And then when it's time for you to get your spotlight and to shine, you so seasoned at it, you know how to take it.
Yep. You know
how to deal with everything that come around because you seasoned. You've been around.
Natural. Yeah.
But yeah, the art of paying dues is lost.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
So what do you think about your first day doing this?
You know what? This actually feels more natural than I thought. But then again, it's like, if I could come up with raps, I could do this. So, but yeah, like I said, 2024 is my trying shit year.
Right.
I'm finna just try, see what I like, see what works.
Well, I definitely would say this. Is this camera on me? I definitely would say this. Kale gave me an amazing interview. I definitely loved the vibe of it. I loved it. It was a natural feel, a natural flow, and he made me really comfortable today.
That's great. That's good.
Right.
So,
that's your review.
That's my review? Okay.
You're welcome.
All right, man. This has been the Young OG Podcast. I am Kale James.
Hey, and I'm your girl, Stardom.
And we finna get on up out of here. We're gonna have a couple more episodes, man. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun, more excitement, more guests. But yeah, this has been the Young OG Podcast.
Hey.
I'm out.
We go.